Well, another episode coming. Oh, wait a second here so you can see the hood. So we're going to show you the second episode of the body and paint. This episode, we're going to go into some block sanding basics, how I'm making some gaps better. Not going to show you the paint yet, but at least you get an idea how to block sand and how to run with this. But you can see the final result. So yeah, so watch the video. This will be probably paint video number 2. I think there's going to be a third after this, actually showing me spray the paint. And I'll try to do a cut and buff video too, but we'll see. I'm falling behind on the videos here, as you can see, as the car's, at least the nose is painted. So thanks again for watching. Hit subscribe, and I hope you get something out of the body and paint. Thanks.
Okay, there we go. Let the blocking begin. So I see I'm just doing crisscross patterns. So I want you guys to look closely here. So I got a huge low spot here. High here, low there, because I'm not touching the primer. So I want to be very careful here. I might have to fill some body filler. We'll see. It's going to be close. We'll keep working it nice and smooth. Nice even pressure. Fun, 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 huh? So I'm thinking this whole area is going to have to get filled, because you can see it's slow low and I don't want to bring the back of this hood down. So we'll move on. So hopefully, let me take the respirator off. So hopefully you guys see what I'm doing here. This whole hood's got to be done this way. Let me show you how to do the round section first before I call it quits here, because I just can't keep doing video and this. So let me grab a soft block and I'll show you how to do this part. So I got a soft block here. Put my 220 on this. This thing you see is flexible. So I'm going to use this because it'll contour. Nice even pressure. Same thing. You use a flat block on here, it's not going to get the job done, because you're going to have this flat edge on this totally convex. There are two curves here. You got a curve this way and a curve this way. You can't do a flat block there. It's impossible. So that's why you have to have a soft block. And just keep working with a soft block. And I'll keep doing this until I get most of this black primer down to where it's smooth. So you can see here, still a little bit of high here, a little bit of low there, high here, but there's enough to where I can block it out. So we'll just keep doing this. Okay, that's it for me.
So I've got the locating pin that Factory 5 provided installed. A lot of guys don't put these in. I actually kind of like it because then I control how the body, so you can see where it kind of picks up in there. It controls how the body moves this way, so I can make sure it always is in alignment this way. I kind of like it. So I'm going to take you through it all. Actually, I already did the driver's side. Passenger side, I got to get cut. So I'm going to take you through that today and how I'm going to cut that thing and get that whole thing to move over. So let me get this thing off the jacks, get it outside, because we got to cut some fiberglass. Okay? So there's a little bit better view from outside now. So as you can see, the body work is now, this is totally flush. This is a tad high right here. So I'm going to see, once I get the latches off, I'll block this out. See if I can just kind of slowly get this to turn into the body a little bit. Other than that, we are really good up in here. A little low here, but I expected that just because of the dip into here. So let's go around and look at the other side. And this is where the problem lies. And I think other people have had this exact same problem. So here you can see it's way too tight. It sticks out this way. This side's just a mess. Gap's a little large here, even though it's nice and perfect up here. I'm gonna have to add some glass to the bottom of this. I think that would be easier than try to build up this bottom piece. Haven't quite looked at it yet, so we'll kind of decide. Might do that direction too. But this, I need to cut from here. I'm gonna go right along this edge. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go right along this edge, and I'm just gonna cut this. Flare it on up a little bit. Have to cut it back up into here too. So I'm gonna unbolt this, and then we can then slide this thing back down. I'll cut it with a thick cutoff wheel. So that's gonna give me, you know, 1/8 of an inch. Should get me pretty close, and hopefully we can drive this thing that way, because you can see it sticks out proud here. Even back here, it's a little proud. This whole thing has got to just go that way. So we're gonna mess around. I gotta get unbolted. We'll get the hood up and play around. Okay, so now I'm gonna make a cut, probably just onto this lower edge, all the way around from here. I'm gonna come all the way down into about here, and then ease it on up. And then I'm gonna tape this back down, drop the hood down, and see where we end up with. But before that, I'm gonna take this Scotch-Brite disc, and I'm gonna clean all the crap up underneath the back side, since this is where I'm gonna do most of my glass work. I'll clean this up a little bit. I'll put a little glass on this front side, but not a whole lot. So let's clean this up. Okay, so you can see now I took a slice, an 1/8 of an inch. So I'm gonna bend this down a little bit, and we'll tape it down and see what we get. Let me, I'm gonna throw you on, well, you know what? I'll tape it down, hold on. Okay, so you can see, so now I've got a good 1/8 of an inch out of there. Now I'm starting to get a little bit of clearance, but I'm gonna have to cut more. It's just not enough, and it's gotta go further back, probably back to the end of the tape at least. So, yeah. Let's cut another slice out of there. Keep going until we get the gap where we want it. So after about 2 hours of blocking out, this is what I've got. I didn't pull the latches out yet because I got an autocross tomorrow. Then I'll pull those out and block this down. Try to thin this one out a little bit so it sucks it in a little bit more. But other than that, the gaps look really good. Paint's looking really good. This side, I thought I had this a little bit better, and I'm gonna have to cut it. I thought I could get away with that by just sanding this, sanding that, and I'm not. I'm gonna have to slice it from about here with the high speed all the way around and then re-glass it up. There's just no way. It's just got the wrong angle. I think other people have had to do that too. I think Paul had to do it as well. So we'll probably do that, and then this thing should fit much nicer. Should have a better gap here because it's just not working right. So we'll play with that and go from there. But other than that, still got to do this side, the nose a little bit, but the top portion is all pretty much blocked out, ready for primer. So we're gonna call that one episode, just because this whole paint thing is gonna take a long time, and I want to get as much detail as I can so everybody knows what's going on. So we'll bring you back another episode probably in a week or two. Maybe even throw the autocross up. It's gonna look good at the autocross, that's for sure. So thanks again, and see you on the next episode of the Cobra Daytona build. And please hit subscribe.